Good morning, everyone. Come on in. We're going to give just a second for everyone to come in and join us. But while we are waiting, let me first thank our replay viewers. And you might be wondering, how do you know if you are a replay viewer or if you are here live? If there is no red box up above my head, then you are here during the replay on the Buffy's Toolbox group. Or, of course, if you're watching on YouTube, that's always a replay. We're never live on YouTube, so if you want to join us during the live part of this, so you can be a part of the interaction, be sure that you come on over to the Buffy's Toolbox group, which is for Premier Designs Jewelers only. So if you'd like to join that group, come on over to Facebook and request to join that group, and I will get you added as soon as I am able to verify that you are, in fact, a jeweler. And if you would like for that process to go quicker, be sure that you either have Premier Designs listed as your occupation, that I can see it when I come to your profile to check you out, or send me a message with your jeweler number and let me know that you are, in fact, a jeweler, and I'll get you added quickly, okay? All right, so good morning, Shannon. Good morning, Jenny. I see a couple people have popped on here. So who's ready for some tough conversation this morning? Anybody ready for that? So if you are ready for some tough conversation, put a ready in the comment stream so that I know y'all are ready to hear this morning. Thank you, Rachel. All right, so this is going to be, it's going to be tough, okay? I'm just forewarning you. This is going to be tough, and there may be some ouches. I'm just saying. There might be some, okay? There might even be the temptation to just hop off of here because it's too, what's the word? Convicting, maybe? Who knows, okay? But I urge you, stick around, okay? Because, it's just something that I feel like we all need to hear, okay? All right, so first off, how many of you wish that you had more jewelry shows on your calendar and more jewelers in your downline? Put a me in the comment stream if that describes you, okay? If you would like more jewelry shows on your calendar and more jewelers in your downline, put a me in the comment stream. Give me some thumbs up. Thank you there, Margaret. Whatever is easiest for you, okay? All right. Do you know that how successful you will be is directly related to your attitude just as much as it is your actions? Okay? So here's the thing. You have to ask yourself, are you truly confident in what you have to offer and what Premier has to offer? Okay? Are you truly confident in your product, in the Golden Guarantee, in the Hostess Plan? Okay, and all of those things. If you are not truly confident in those things, when we lack confidence in what we offer, we cannot effectively book shows or sponsor new jewelers. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about attitude. All right, now this is going to be an acronym. So if you're taking notes, you might want to write attitude down in a line there. And as soon as you are ready for A, as soon as you're ready for the letter A, put an A in the comment stream. I don't want to work too far ahead of anybody. So I want to make sure everyone has an opportunity to be able to jot these things down, okay? This is the first time that I'm asking y'all to take some notes. All right, Jenny's ready for A. Margaret's ready. Wonderful. Okay, so A is awareness. Ask yourself, would I want to work with me? Now, whether this is being a customer, whether this is being a hostess, whether this is being a jeweler, would you want to work with you? Okay, if you were dealing with someone who had your attitude, who had your enthusiasm, who had your positivity, would you want to work with you? Or are there some days that you can't even hardly stand yourself, okay? I know there's some days I can't even hardly stand myself, okay? So you have to ask yourself, would you want to work with you? If you were dealing with a consultant who was just like you, would you be anxious to purchase from her? Would you be thrilled to work with her and invite her into your home? Would you be so eager to be around her that you would want to join her team? And if the answer is no, you got to look at some things, okay? All right, so T, let's put down T there. If you're ready for T, put a T. Put a T if you're ready for T. Put a T in the comment stream if you're ready for T. All right, we're ready. Okay, so T is trust God. Okay, you need to put forth the effort and do the work, but you also have to trust that God is going to bless those efforts. You have to trust that. You have to trust that He will bless your efforts in His perfect timing when it's going to be best for you. Not when you want it, but when it's going to be best for you. You have to trust. Okay? Trust God. Put in the effort. Put in the time. But after you have done that, trust Him to bring, those things to fruition. Okay? All right, T. Put a T if you're ready for the next T. Put a T if you're ready for the next T. The next T is... Who's ready? Who's ready? Is anybody ready? Good morning, Tessa. There we go. Shannon's ready. Okay, T is think positive. Stop the stinking thinking. Listen, it is so easy to let the devil in. Okay, A was awareness. A was awareness. Ask yourself, would I want to work with me? Okay, the first T is trust God. You put in the effort and you do the work, but you allow Him to be the one to bless your efforts. Okay, I have like a doggy hair or something on my nose, and it is driving me insane. It just keeps tickling. Okay, the second T is think positive. Stop the stinking thinking, because truly it can be so easy to allow our fears, our doubts, our insecurities, all of that junk, all right, to creep into our mind and cause us to second guess things, cause us to not only second guess ourselves, but cause us to second guess our business, call us to second guess our upline. And do they really know what they're talking about? Okay, it can cause us to doubt the product, to doubt the hostess plan, to doubt. Listen, I hear so many times people saying, we talked about this kind of yesterday, okay, being concerned that Premier is not offering a special. Do y'all have any idea how awesome that hostess plan is? Like, listen, honestly, we shouldn't even have to offer an additional incentive or an additional booking. They are getting a ridiculous amount of free jewelry. Okay? So we have to stop feeling like that's not enough. All right? Are you kidding me? An average of $250 in free jewelry just for having a couple friends over with an average show? That is insane. Okay, so we need to stop second guessing things. We need to stop, and yes, Jenny, we certainly need to stop second guessing God. We need to stop doing that, okay? But listen, the devil makes it so easy because he just works in these little things. And I'm telling you, if you don't have your armor of God on, he is going to find the crack. He is going to find, if you let your guard down for just one moment, the devil is going to try to sneak in there, and he's going to be like, right here. I got her right here. She's starting to kind of doubt things. Let me just feed into that. Let me just keep feeding into that. Okay? You have to think positive. Listen, you might be sitting here going, that's all well and fine, but how am I supposed to think positive when a show cancels and I really need that income that night? Okay? Well, let me tell you something. You think positive because you have no idea what God might have just saved you from. You have no idea what might have happened had you gone to that show. You have no idea whether or not you might have been involved in a car accident had you gone. You have no idea anything because you can't see the big picture. God can. So know that when those shows cancel, sometimes you might be being saved from something, okay? Other times, it might just be life. Life happens. It happens. It doesn't mean this business doesn't work. It doesn't mean that you can't get another show. It doesn't mean that God won't bless you with income at another show that is going to be doubly blessed because of the fact that you lost this one. You have no idea. So don't automatically assume that if you are kept from something good, that God is somehow doing that, because listen, God does not keep anything that is good from his children. So if he kept you from a show, he didn't keep you from something good. Know that and believe that. Okay? All right. Let me move on to the next one. Okay, I. If you're ready for I, put an I in the comment stream. Put an I in the comment stream if you are ready for I. If you are ready for I, put I in the comment stream. I'm looking. I don't see anybody ready yet, so y'all must be taking some notes. There we go. There's Rachel. Okay. All right, we got some I's. Okay. Identify what areas in your business do you struggle with? All right. Is it lifestyling? Is it booking at shows? Is it creating interest in the business opportunity? Be honest with yourself in these areas and take a hard look at what your attitude is in those scenarios. Okay. So what areas, just throw them out here for me. What areas of your business do you struggle with most? Okay. And just put like the general, like, is it lifestyling? Is it booking at shows? Is it creating interest in the business opportunity? Is it closing the deal? Maybe you get people interested, but you're not quite sure what's happening when it comes to people actually signing. Okay. All right. So just put that in the comment stream, just so that I can see that you are starting to think and kind of identify a little bit with where those areas are. Jenny, listen, that happens to all of us, girl. That happens to all of us. I've been struggling so much this week because I feel like I have so much kind of happening at one time. And the worst thing is I did a lot of it to myself. Imagine that. So I have just been like kind of all over the place this week. I feel like I've really been dropping the ball in certain areas, but I'm doing my best. I'm doing what I can. Okay. All right. So, but take a look at yourself in those, again, in those scenarios. Take a look at your attitude, you know. So if, okay, and Rachel, I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying, because that's one of the ones listed. So if sponsoring is an area that you struggle with, ask yourself, when it comes to you sharing the business, are you being like super passionate? Are you being enthusiastic about it? Or are you kind of sitting there going, well, I mean, it's been a good business. I mean, it's done okay. Okay. It's done all right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I enjoy it. That sounds more like a question more so than a statement. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Or are you being like very confident about, look, this is an amazing opportunity, and kind of putting it out there to them of, you are doing them a favor by sharing this information with them. And it could change their life, but whether they choose to take advantage of it or not, it's not going to change your opinion of your business. It's not going to change your opinion of the company. It's not going to change your opinion of anything, because you know how stinking fabulous it is. Okay. So you have to ask yourself again, you know, are you making use of all the opportunities you have to share that? Okay. So think about it in that sense as well. Think about it in the sense of, are you looking for opportunities to share your business? When someone says, so, hey, what have you been doing lately? I got to tell you, man, I have been doing this jewelry business and it is amazing. Any chance you know anybody who's in need of a change in their financial picture? Because I would love to share it with them. Would you want information about that? Would you at least be able to see that that person is excited? And y'all, I got to tell you, this is an area I'm fine with if it's somebody I don't know. Okay, but for some reason, this is an area I struggle with when it comes to me showing my enthusiasm with people I do know very well. Okay, so as an example, my church family. My pastor, and I don't know, he's just hilarious, okay? And he always, it's always like, hey, so how's the jewelry business? You making lots of money? You know, and he knows it's not about the money, but he also understands that it's a means of income for our family, and we have to have it, okay? So, like, he gets excited at the thought of thinking that we are being taken care of with the business. But you know what I usually do? I go, yeah, it's good. It's good. We've been busy, so that's been good. And I tell David all the time, I'm like, why do I do that with him? I don't understand why I do that with him, because he genuinely wants to know. Now, mind you, he's already told me there's no way his wife is going to sign up to do another direct sales company, and I'm not allowed to talk to her about that. So sometimes I often think, okay, is that the reason? Is that the reason why I'm like, just keep it in? Because otherwise I'm going to be like, Alan, seriously, like, you need to let Sally do this. Like, I don't know if that's why I hold back or what, but that is an area that I sometimes struggle with when it comes to people that I know and they're asking. But when, you know, listen, when a stranger talks to me, I'm all about it. I'm like, oh, you got to let me tell you about this because it is awesome. Okay. So we have to look at our attitudes there. Okay. Sherry, I love that. All right. So we have to look at our attitudes in those areas where we're struggling. Okay. Are we struggling because we lack the confidence? Are we struggling because we just feel self-defeated? Are we struggling because we have an area of disappointment there and we're kind of afraid to let our guard down? Like, we really have to ask ourselves, what is our attitude in those areas that we struggle with? Okay. All right. The next T, put a T if you're ready for T. Put a T in the comment stream if you are ready for the next T. And you're going to see why I want you to, I mean, other than just for obvious reasons, why I want you to identify the areas that you struggle with. Okay? Because our next T is going to be train with others who excel in the areas that you struggle. Right? So if you struggle with lifestyling, but you happen to hear a training from somebody who is awesome at lifestyling, go seek advice from that person. This seems like such an easy thing, right? Okay, so you want to do that. You want to go there. Oh, Rachel, you're so sweet. Thank you. Love y'all too. Okay, so you want to train with people in that area. So if maybe another area that you struggle with is bookings. Y'all, do you know that you can look in our monthly update and see people who are just rocking and rolling with retail and bookings? Go talk to them. Social media is a fabulous thing. And listen, you could absolutely reach out to that person through a private message on Facebook and be like, look, I saw your name in the update. You had an amazing month. Any chance you could offer a couple bits of advice for someone who's really struggling in the area of booking or of retailing, or for those top sponsors for sponsoring, for sharing the business? Okay. All right. That's what you want to do. You want to train with others who excel in the areas that you struggle. Okay. The next one is you. The next one is you. If you're ready for you, put a U in the comment stream. I might actually get close to finishing up on time today. I wasn't sure. U. Put a U in the comment stream. So the U is understand that you will not always be everyone's cup of tea. However, do not use this as an excuse to have a poor attitude. All right, now here's why I share that. So often I would hear people say, well, that's just who I am. And if they just don't like it, well, it's whatever. I am who I am. Okay, listen, you are who you are, but if that's the attitude you're going to have, nobody's going to want to work with you. Okay, because yes, you are who you are, but you are also who you choose to be. You are also a component or a example or a product of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So look at the people that you are spending time with. If you are hanging out with people who have the stinking thinking, who have the negative thinking, who have the poor attitude, who are broke and not doing anything to change it, if you are spending time with people who have no concept, no understanding, or no desire to improve their self, if those are the people that you are hanging out with, if the people that you are hanging out with are not excelling in their own life or their own business, chances are you won't either. Okay? Because you are going to very much become like those people. And I want you to take the time to think about the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Are they negative Nellies? Are they constantly like crushing dreams? Are they, are they someone who even has dreams? Are they someone who even has goals? Okay? And if not, then chances are you're not going to either. But you having the attitude of, well, I am who I am, and they'll either like me or not. Nobody likes somebody who has that attitude. I'm just saying. Because most of the time when people have that attitude, they have a poor attitude and they're just mad that somebody else has told them about their poor attitude. And that's why they wind up with the comment of, well, I am who I am. You either like me or you don't. Okay. Okay. You get it? So please understand that you will not be able to please everyone. You will not always be everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone is going to like you. And I will tell you that is something that I struggle with because I don't want to not be liked. Okay? On the other hand, even though I know that I am not everybody's cup of tea, I'm not going to allow that to be an excuse for me being, having a bad attitude. Like that makes no sense to me. Okay. If they don't want to like me because I have a positive attitude, chances are I didn't want them in my life anyway, because they would have been dragging me down. Right? All right. Just saying. All right. D. Put the letter D in the comment stream if you are ready for D. Put a D in the comment stream if you are ready for D. All right. So D stands for decide to make a constant effort to be the best version of you. Okay? And do that at all times. That's kind of what the word constant means, but for emphasis, I'm adding at all times. Good morning, Kimberly. Sherry, and that is so true, and I don't get it other than the fact that it makes them feel bad about their attitude, and they don't want to feel bad about their attitude because they don't want to change their attitude. So that's the only thing I can assume. I don't know. So D, again, is decide to make a constant effort to be the best version of you that you can be, and do it at all times. Notice I said the best version of you. I'm not asking you to be somebody that you're not. I'm not asking you to be, just like this person or just like that person. There is no cookie cutter version of who can be successful in this business. In fact, we actually just had a training Monday night about the 4 different temperaments. And the funny thing is, so many times people assume, well, there's got to be a certain personality, a certain temperament that is best for this business. And no, that's not the case. Because here's the thing, all 4 temperaments have strengths that would make them very good for this business. The trick is to find our weaknesses, go to somebody who has a strength there and learn from them, so that then we can become the best version of ourselves and find ways to make our strengths work for us in our business, and find a way to work on our weaknesses so that they can work for us in our business. So the negativity, the stinking thinking, the excuses, y'all know how much I hate excuses, the doubts, the lack of motivation. Y'all know I hate that word too. Okay, these things have no place in your business or in your life. And if you are going to have them, then do not for one moment blame this business, the line, the hostess plan, the marketing plan, whatever. Do not blame anything to do with Premier if you're going to have those attitudes and it's not working for you. No matter how much effort you're putting in, if you have stinking thinking, this negativity, if you are allowing every little... Now listen, I can't tell you how many times I will see people get frustrated, again, either because a special isn't being offered. How dare they not offer a special? I mean, really, it's your business. If you think your customers need more of a special than what they're already getting, give them one. Good morning, Chantel. Listen, this is a heavy one today. So I hope you'll come back and watch. But I had to do some praying and have some worship music this morning before I did this, because it's kind of a heavy thing. Okay. All right. So, but the biggest thing is, if you are allowing those things to creep in, if you are focusing on the negative things, instead of looking at it as, oh my goodness, I'm so excited that they offered a promotion. Okay? Have that mentality and don't expect them to offer one. Just be grateful when they do. Don't be disappointed when they don't. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, because here's the thing. All those things, the negativity, the stinking thinking, the excuses, the doubts, the quote unquote lack of motivation, all of that, they are of the enemy. They are of him. And you have a decision to make in terms of, are you going to let the enemy win in your life and in your business? Or are you going to remember that you are the child of a king who will keep no good thing from you? Right? Okay? It is, you have to understand that. You have to keep that in your mind, that you are the child of a king. Do y'all get that? There's absolutely nothing that you cannot do in this business. There's absolutely no reason that you cannot succeed in this business and have the hopes and dreams and desires that you want. And even if you are going to bring God into it, that you can't have exceedingly and abundantly above all that you've ever thought of, dreamt of, wanted, etc. There's no reason except you allowing the enemy to come in. That's it. There is no reason other than you accepting defeat against the enemy, but you don't have to, because God has already won. He has already beaten him. And sometimes we need to remember that. Okay? Sometimes we need to remember and go, no, you know what, devil? No. No. Because you have already been defeated. And I'm not going to let you have this. I'm not going to let you have my mind. I'm not going to let you have my business. I'm not going to let you have my heart. I am not going to let you turn me cold. Right? I'm just saying. Okay. Whew. All right. D. Put a D in the comment stream. Put a D in the comment stream if you are ready for D. All right. Oh, we did D. We're on E. Tell me that, y'all. Tell me we're on E. We're on E. We already did D. E. Y'all are so, listen, can I just tell you, y'all are so sweet. You're just like, she already did D, but I'm going to put a D anyway because she said put a D. Put a D. I love it. Yes, we are on E. E, E, E. Okay. You ready? E is evaluate your attitude on a regular basis. Y'all, you need to put yourself in check. Point blank, you need to put yourself in check. But here's the thing. When things don't go the way that you had hoped, ask yourself, was my attitude in check? And if I truly gave it all I had, and despite my best efforts, it still didn't pan out, there are a couple things that could be happening there. One, you might need just a minor little tweak in your verbiage. It might be just a one word that kind of, if you flip that, if you worded it just somewhat differently, you might see an explosion in your business. It could be just a little bit of minor tweaking that needs done in your verbiage. Okay? Right, Jenny? I tell my kids that all the time. Okay, so consider meeting with your upline, seek the advice. But here's the thing. If the verbiage is good, your efforts were good, and your attitude was good, and it still didn't pan out the way that you had hoped, remember that God is always good. He is good all the time, and all the time God is good, right? Okay, so know that He will bless your efforts in His perfect timing. So again, this goes back to trusting Him. Okay, you have to trust Him. You have to believe that He is not going to keep any good thing from you. But you, through our own humanness, you can absolutely get in your own way of those good things. So that's why it's so important that you are checking your attitude on a regular basis. And when things happen, when what we view as bad things happen, know that God keeps you from no good thing. So if He kept you from that show, or if He kept you from that jeweler, there could be good reason behind it. And maybe it's because in that timing, it wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been a good turnout. It could also be that your attitude wouldn't have been good, and you would have jeopardized the relationship with that person at that time. Okay? So either way, know that if He kept you from it, it would not have been a good thing in that moment. So you need to always be looking at your attitude. You need to always be going over these things. Now, because I know the fact that we did have some people who came in after we had already started, I'm going to do just a real quick recap of just those bullet points. Okay, I'm not going to go into everything. So if you hear something and you go, ooh, I need to hear more of that, go back and listen to the replay. Okay. All right. So you need to, A was awareness. All right. It's the acronym for attitude. So A was awareness. Ask yourself, would you want to work with you? As a customer, as a hostess, as a new jeweler, would you want to work with you? T is trust God. You put in the effort, you do the work, but trust that God will bless your efforts in His perfect timing. Okay? The second T, think positive. Stop the stinking thinking. Resist the enemy. Okay? I was identify what areas in your business you struggle with and look at your attitude in those areas. Is it good? Is it bad? Okay. The next T was train with others who excel in the areas of which you struggle. Reach out to your upline, to your sideline, to your whoever. Reach out to people who aren't even in your line. Okay. That's the awesome thing about Premier. Everyone is willing to help others. Okay. All right. The U stood for understand that you will not always be everyone's cup of tea, but it is not an excuse to have a poor attitude of, well, like me or not, I don't care. I am who I am. Okay. Because nice people don't say things like that. Just saying. Okay. D was decide to make a constant effort to be the best version of you that you can be, and do it at all times. Constant, all times. Okay. Be the best version of you that you can be. And E was evaluate your attitude on a regular basis. On a regular basis. All right. And remember that if you are feeling like you are being kept from something good, it is the devil that is putting that thought in your head, because he wants to make you doubt God. He wants to make you doubt yourself. He wants to make you doubt this business. He wants to make you doubt people that you could potentially be working with. He wants to cause doubt in your heart to prevent you from doing the very things that God has put you in this business to do. You need to resist him. And when those good things are being kept from you, understand they would not have been good things, because God is good and he will keep no good thing from his children. Okay? So that is what I have for you guys. I did go a little bit long. Oops. Sorry. Not sorry. But that is what I had for you today. So I hope that that was helpful for you today, and that it will allow you an opportunity to see your business and see your situations, your circumstances, perhaps in a different perspective, and that you will remember to keep that attitude in check. Okay, so I so appreciate, let's see here. So I'm a baby jeweler, and my PD mom lives in Florida and grandma lives in Michigan. I'm in Indiana. They are great but far away. How do I find a local group or jewelers? Oops, it won't let me see the rest of it. Oh, there we go. This daily group here helps so much. Okay, so my suggestion would be to go to the Jewelers Only group if you are a part of that group, and ask. Just say, this is the area I'm in. Is there anything close by? Okay, that would be my best suggestion. And here's the thing. Even if you're, okay, let me give you a little scenario here. And I know that not everybody can do this, but at the same time, don't make an excuse not to do this, because you would be amazed as to how beneficial it would be. So 2 weeks ago, we drove 2 hours to go to a training. This past Monday, we drove 2.5 hours to go to a different training. Okay. We also do, do you see what I'm saying? Like April 1st, we're driving about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to another training. Okay. Like, be willing to do these things. Don't expect, like, well, just because there's not a training within 20 minutes of me, I don't have one that I can go to. Next week, we are going to be driving an hour north to go to a different training. Okay. We go to many, many, many trainings. We go to as many trainings as we can kind of possibly get our hands on. And if we are able to do it in the sense of, we find out about the training and we do not already have a prior obligation, we do what we can to go, because we know that there is an opportunity to be blessed there, especially when it's an opportunity to train with different premier families than our own, only because everyone is different. Everyone's premier family is different. So it's great to kind of reach out in all those different things. The other suggestion is, do not discount the fact that Premier has a ridiculous amount of online training. Get on the Premier website and train yourself. If you can't get with people at a local area training, get on the website and train yourself. That was what I did for the first several years that I was in the business, because my upline was in Pennsylvania. I was in Delaware. They worked full-time jobs. I didn't. I was trying to do Premier, and so I had to become very self-sufficient. Okay. I had to get to a point where when I had a question, I went and researched. I went and looked for the answer. If I wanted to know how to get better at lifestyle bookings, then I looked up lifestyle bookings and watched YouTube videos, watched, whatever. Sometimes you have to do that. Okay. Sometimes it's not even a matter of you being able to get face to face with another group. But if you are able, then do it. Do it. So I would certainly recommend reaching out on that Jewelers Only group. I mean, there's like 8,000 members on there. Somebody has to know of a potential training in your area, because unfortunately, not all trainings are posted on the Premier website. You can go to the Premier website, go under trainings, go under local trainings, or maybe it's, I don't know, somewhere in there. There you go. You can go to the Premier site, events, local training, and put in your state, and it will search the surrounding areas. However, most local trainings are not even on that website. Most of them are not there. I can tell you, I have monthly trainings every single month at my house. They're not on there. I can tell you the York training that I go to every single month is not on there. I can tell you that even Diane Leahy, who I go to train with in Newark, there were some months that it was on there and most months it was not. So they're not always there, even though there are area trainings happening around you. So sometimes it's a matter of reaching out to people who might be in that area and saying, look, this is the area that I'm in. Are there any jewelers within my area that happen to know of a local area training that might be going on that would be open to me coming? Okay. And chances are you're going to find some things. Okay. And worst case scenario, you might even be able to contact Premier. If it's not showing anything on there, contact Premier, give them your information and ask them to contact the closest leader in your area and ask her, to ask her if she would be willing to reach out to you and let you know of any trainings that might be in the area that she might know about. Okay. So tons of different ways for you to be able to get that training that you so want and need. Okay. So I look forward to having the opportunity to hear how that kind of works out for you. Okay. So keep me posted. Let me know what you wind up finding out. Who knows? Listen, there might be a training that's 20 minutes from your house and you don't even know about it. So that's a great way to be able to at least start the process of trying to find things. Okay. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. I've kept you on here way too long. So I'm going to let you guys go. Tomorrow is Thursday. Do you believe we are already midweek? Okay, so tomorrow is Thursday. That is our Truth Be Told Thursday. That's where I'm going to share a little bit of something about me and my business, as well as where you will have an opportunity to ask me kind of the who, what, where, when, how, why of what I do in my business, in hopes that it might perhaps in some way be able to help you in yours. So make sure that you come prepared with those questions. It always goes so much smoother if y'all have some questions, already kind of thought out. Then that way, when I start asking for questions, we don't need Jeopardy music waiting for those questions to come through. So thank you guys so very much for being here. I know you could have spent your morning anywhere and you chose to spend it here with me. So thank you so very much for that. I so appreciate it. These little trainings would not be anything without you guys being here to interact with me and just kind of, feed me. You feed me, even if you don't realize it. I get fed being here with you guys. So I appreciate that. All right. So you guys have an amazing day. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Don't forget, we are here Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you pop back on and join us tomorrow. Thanks so much. And I will be doing my best, by the way, to try to get all the videos from this week uploaded onto YouTube and share those links. So if you know anybody who needs to hear any of these messages, that you can feel free to share those out with them through YouTube. So thanks again. I'll see you guys tomorrow.